peace happen now. Now's the vibrate. We're in this physical matrix using this prop called Herb. I'm something that people identify as black in this matrix. Too many light beings in one place in this matrix causes the matrix to melt down. Just our very existence is an algorithm that breaks down the matrix. You could be with somebody of a light being. Notice that if you're ever around somebody with a lot of light, especially in a public area, you're gonna get kind of disrupted. Like your conversation gonna always get interrupted, or somebody gonna always probably stop and talk to y'all, or try to use some type of little thing to disrupt your connection. And me and my brethren caught that later. Like every time me and him build, and like, say for instance, and this I kind of found this strange too. Like I converse, like I done dealt with a lot of people, but I can't say that me and my brethren uniquely, you know what I'm saying? When we together, you know, as a matter of fact, just like in the setting of being on the boardwalk, it's like something always comes to disrupt us. It could be, hey, can I take a picture of y'all? You know? Hey, what can I do? You know? Hey, this or that. Like, but it's something to interrupt, especially when we start talking deeper, you know what I'm saying? And it's like something comes to interrupt. And I caught that because I know, all right, source, you know, you know, sources for you know, how can I say, the universe is conspiring for you to win in that sense. So when we get these little pop-ups like this, it's like, all right, this seemed like this. And two, the illusion is another thing, put you in the matrix. Somebody that comes and like, hey, can I get y'all a picture? Like, so it's like instead of boosting, like coming to add to some spiritual stuff, they like, nah, they coming and interrupt and trying to plug us into the matrix. You know, it's like, let me interrupt y'all to make y'all be in y'all ego, and, you know, let me take this picture of y'all, you know what I'm saying? And now I see why people come at me like that, to help personify that ego. Because if they could get you into that egotistical spot, you know, and say, for instance, when I'm speaking on this is not necessarily people moving. Now, in some cases, quote unquote, people moving. This is all a computer program, so you could say that somebody is doing these acts against you consciously, or that a demon is moving through them, however we choose to look at it. You know what I'm saying? These people come with these interrupting vibes, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't add to your situation. It's like, it's just subtracting. It's like you don't even have to do rocket science. It's like just anytime or anyhow, like y'all interact, it's just a, you know, a takeaway. But those are all agents in the matrix in essence. And I don't, agents in the matrix, because to put it in perspective, we have all been agents to each other. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a computer program. I have done something that may have seemed like I was an agent to somebody else, you know, and vice versa. You know? And is an agent, or is it, you know, how we say like a flat tire teaches us a lesson, or when we, you know, we learn from experience. So, you know, why do we look at something that comes at us as, you know, like, oh, this is bad? You know, it should be looked at as a lesson, you know? Instead of like the Illuminati trying to kill me, or the Illuminati. The Matrix is just breaking down, y'all. I just want to share that, and two, to share that also, to be aware, like, because another reason too, YouTube starting to cut down on our videos, like they really like the Matrix, you know, like it's really having a little meltdown. And again, so I see why too, as light beings, that's why a lot of us, especially like, you know, say for instance, certain people that's called master teachers. I don't consider myself that at all, but like if we were to get, that's why a lot of us not like, like, oh man, let's get together somewhere, man, and have this. Nah, there's a reason for that. Because not only we make the matrix melt down by our presence, but again, if we make it melt down just by our presence, and somebody always knowing and kind of watching and like, oh, we can't have these beings in each other's presence. We gotta divide. We gotta make them think he light skinned and he black and he white and she Asian and this one South American, this one Australian. Oh, this one coach, he voodoo, voodoo, deep roots, Kemet, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Lemuria. And all these things, well, not saying they didn't exist. Just saying to keep in perspective that, we were taught a lot, and there's a reason why it's just so important to follow our intuition, our heart. Because when you look back at things before you was even taught that it was a matrix or something, we always probably like, in the matrix, in the matrix, like indirectly, speaking truths through the heart without reading a book about being locked up, you know what I'm saying? Bible teaching you a whole nother little lie, you know what I'm saying? Which lies we put in place, ourselves indirectly. And just to remind y'all, I'm not still tripping, but I am still, in essence, coming down from a trip off the Lucy, the acid, the L, and 2. That's the dynamic. Like mushrooms to me connect you, and I know I'm going all over. I caught that down. I caught y'all like, wait, huh? You went from this to that. Mushrooms have you connecting more to the earthy vibe, to the unseen vibrations, but it's like the acid and the DMT, which I'm not promoting the use of either one. And wait, I'm not promoting the use of like acid or any of that type of stuff. I'm not promoting the use of mushrooms or any of those types of things. As far as like, like I'm just speaking on experiences. Speaking on experiences, certain situations, but now I think cause too I thought about, I'm like, DMT is not we all in possession of DMT right now, so that's quote unquote illegal. How insane is that? That's illegal, and we walking around all containing it. So we should tell the cops they should arrest themselves first. Like, hey, politicians and all that, whoever wrote this clause should be the one to go to jail first. So, all right, since DMT is illegal, we're going to start from the government. We're going to start from the people who said this is illegal, and then we're going to trickle down and lock ourselves up, too, for being in illegal possession of DMT, and see how many people be locked up. Ooh, and then I just caught an omens, though, on some reverse side. I was like, but shit, if they pioneer calcified, maybe they can, maybe some people not in possession of that illegal substance. And again, this video is just to be like a trip for you. Just throwing information out there of my experiences and what I'm feeling and downloading in the moment. Cause it's real how like I'm smoking this herb, and then the other time I wouldn't be able to remember where I started, but I remember I started at, how light beings coming together break down the matrix. And I even felt the strength of me breaking down the matrix by me remembering that and feeling like this not the cause of memory, like it's your subconscious thinking that memory loss is caused by this, that causes memory loss by this. It's those type of things. So when two people in a game, kind of like a game, yeah, like if a game you by yourself, but you two players, you could jump this way while Mario jump on Bowser head, Luigi could be doing this, you know what I'm saying? in the game, in the Matrix, like it's a game. At least from my perception and my experience, whatever my is, from this perspective and this point of view, whatever this is, what is this? Man, we are being told to melt it down, y'all, and that's just what it is. And again, stay fearless. That's the main reason of knowing your non-physical existence, so you won't feel like you're dying in any situation. Like, how could you die in a game? Like, if I created a fantasy, again, like a fantasy Disney World, Chuck E. Cheese, how am I dying? But I can only die if I think that I'm really, in that Chuck E. Cheese, or that Chuck E. Cheese in Disneyland is the real world. Then that's when I die, or I get turned off when the Disneyland and the Chuck E. Cheese lights get turned off. Then, if that's the case, so yeah, it's just getting, we gotta get to that real overstanding about things. All that playing games with it. Like, a lot of us, we still, to a certain extent, playing games with it. We know we could be doing more. We know we could be listening to our hearts more, most importantly. We know we could be listening to our intuition more. And we listening to it and not doing what it's telling us to do. And I say telling us because it is us. But only something that feels like it's separate from the whole would feel like, oh, it's telling me something. Instead of like, oh, this is me. Yeah. And I just caught the omens to back off a little bit. Back off a little bit, 'cause it's a chess game, and you gotta sing and use euphemism in the game. That boy good. That boy good. Major, Coming to America, that's one of my favorite movies, man. One of my favorite movies. But yeah, movies. But that's about it, man. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all. Peace. Happy now. And now it's a vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.